Zeebzob podcast.
You are listening to the Zeebzob podcast, episode 9, brought to you by Goat Boy Products, makers of high-quality Pinewood derby tools. This week's special guest, Scott Bartnik. And now, here's your host, Zeebzob. Hey everybody, this is Zeebzob coming to you again from the Zeebzob studios in Mukwonago, Wisconsin. Just a reminder that my forum is zeebzob.proboards.com. The blog that these get posted to is zeebzob.wordpress.com. And on Twitter, I'm at Zeebzob. We did not get any new Twitter followers this week, so no Twitter bell for you. We are up to 49 members on my board. Almost had 50. Laserman tried joining this week, but put that up to a vote, and yeah, everybody said no. Well, not everybody, but the majority said no. So, Laserman, sorry, you don't get to play. Okay, this week I sent the car over to PDDR. Didn't see the full results yet, but I did talk to Glenn, and my car, Primal Scream, it tied Glenn for the preliminary rounds. But I guess in the finals, I had one bad run. Looks like I did set the track record, though, but I still just barely came up short to Glenn, so congrats to him in the Super Pro Mod division. I did, like I said, did talk to Glenn, and he indicated that he's probably going to come out to the Nationals. He's going to change his date. In April, he had one scheduled for the same time as the Nationals, so he may be coming out there, and that'll be pretty cool. Hopefully we'll get some good action from different leagues, and that always goes pretty far in crowning a true champion, so looking forward to that. Okay, in this episode, it's going to be a little different this week. I've got a guest who's not really involved in Pinewood Derby at all, so it's not really about that this week, but it is kind of fun. My friend Scott Bartnik, who I've known for probably close to 18 years or so, used to work with the guy. He stopped by. He's kind of interested in the Zeebzob studio, and he just wanted to sit down and start talking, so we'll let that one play. All right, give me a level.
What does that mean?
Well, bring that thing up to your face and start talking.
All right. Well,
you can adjust that, baby. Right, so it gets right up to your mouth.
oh yeah.
They're kind of directional, so.
Whoa. We're back.
And we're back!
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be doing a podcast, this week because we raced last Saturday at PDDR, but the guy hasn't posted the results yet.
That's
so
where you were TQ.
I tied for TQ.
Tied for TQ.
Set the track record, and indeed I did. I know. It's pretty exciting. I know.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. So, but I'm just waiting for the results to be posted so that I can talk about it because I wasn't able to watch the race because that's when Matthew's birthday was. His painting party, sign thing.
Yes, I saw you there.
Yeah, your daughter was there, and
She was there. I dropped her off.
You did.
You told her the puppy was sold. It's the first thing she told me when she came home.
Oh, she did. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's awesome.
Mr. Anderson said the puppy's sold.
Yeah, I was teasing.
I know.
So.
And I talked. Mrs. Anderson said no, it's not.
Yeah. Well, Mrs. Anderson puts me in my place a lot. Mrs. Zeebzob.
It was actually
out there.
kind of sold at that point.
It was, but she just didn't know it was to her.
Yeah. Bam.
Ba-boom. So, Mr. Bartnik.
Yeah, buddy.
How was your week this week? Tell me about it.
My week this week?
Yeah. Anything fun?
Well, I got to go. I didn't know.
No?
I went to the highlight was going to watch wrestling practice for a few minutes.
Yeah.
That was the highlight.
Wow. That's pretty bad.
Wasn't very exciting with Mrs. Bartnik this week.
Oh, no?
If you know what I mean.
I do. But
yes,
tomorrow's date night.
Oh, yeah. Tonight's the warm-up.
Uh-huh. Oh, good for you.
Bam.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
I had an interesting week. As you know, I told you this story already, but I'll tell our listeners again.
Yes.
So my wife, Mrs. Zeebzob, her car went into the shop. and the dealer that she left it at gave her a loaner car, right? So brand new Buick
This is
Enclave.
insane.
It is brand new Buick Enclave. Well, this was on Wednesday, which happened to be my son's 10th birthday. He wanted to go to Olive Garden, so
What's that about?
I don't know.
You guys go to a lot of restaurants.
we do.
I've noticed that.
We waste a lot of money on
On food.
Yeah, we do.
That's fine.
Well,
that's fine.
And my body is the byproduct of that.
I wasn't going there at all.
Well, you can because I'm fat.
You're not fat. You're a big dude. You're a big dude.
Well, that's what she said.
But okay, yes, some men are bigger than others. Yes. But anyways, I noticed you guys go to a lot of restaurants because you have an opinion on, like, you can talk about first-hand experience every restaurant around here.
Yeah.
Pretty much I've noticed.
Well, the weird thing of that is when I was growing up, my parents, we'd go out on a special occasion once in a while. It wasn't until I started dating Mrs. Zeebzob that we went out all the time to eat. I mean, it was like, like a 3-4 times a week going out to a restaurant. I'm like, how the heck do people do this? So, just from her basically and her family,
they like to go out to eat.
We like to go out to eat.
You went out to eat tonight, I bet.
No, we didn't actually.
Whoa,
I know. Tracy made some kind of fish. It was actually pretty good.
Oh,
she made this really cool dessert too. With
what do you mean fish? What kind of fish?
I think it was tilapia. There's two different
I'm
kinds.
Into tilapia.
It was pretty good,
dude. Tilapia is just
it's gutter fish. I know, but
yeah, they eat like greens,
but they're tasty.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm more of a walleye.
Yeah, well,
walleye, lake perch.
You're an
bluegills.
Yeah, you're an outdoorsy guy.
I am. I mean,
you probably eat what you catch.
I do.
Yeah, see,
I do.
I catch something, I throw it back.
Okay.
Unless my father-in-law wants to keep that undersized fish. He keeps everything.
Do you ever go fishing? Because I know you guys go up north. You were telling me that. Do you
Mm-hmm.
go fishing ever? So
Sure.
I think with your son Seth, that'd be a no-brainer.
Seth's a big fisherman.
Gotta go.
Here's the cool thing. So I was never really a big fisherman. I'd do it when I was younger.
Yep.
Seth really got into fishing. And it wasn't long before he was out fishing me, for sure. So it was kind of cool for me because, the first couple of years when he got into it, I was basically fishing support. Hooking the worms, taking the fish off, Didn't do any fishing of my own.
Yep.
But he very quickly got the hang of it and was doing it himself. And then he even went to the spinner baits and everything.
Yep.
But, there's a 6-year gap between Seth and Matthew.
Yep.
So I did get a couple of years where I could fish again before Matthew got into it. Now I'm back on support. And Matthew's not as hardcore into the fishing as Seth is, but he does enjoy it.
Okay.
So he likes to go, and when we go up north, he definitely.
So you guys do go fishing when you go?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, like a every day kind of thing, or
pretty much at night. Before
you do for a couple hours.
Yeah. Usually go out around 6 o'clock, and it gets dark. We usually go up in July.
Yep.
And it stays lighter out. Even later up there.
Up north.
Further north.
I go to Canada.
Yeah. So
It's 10 o'clock and it's still light.
Yeah. I watched an episode of Cops one time, and they showed the time of day it was, and it was like 11:30 at night. It was totally bright out. I'm like, we're in Alaska. I'm like, where the hell are they?
Yes, they are.
Yep, in Alaska.
In Alaska,
definitely.
Yes.
So, anyways, back to my original story.
But I want to hear about the fishing, though.
Oh, the fishing. Okay.
Yes, I mean I'm interested in fishing.
I know you are.
Yes.
We typically go for panfish, and that's a lot of fun.
What's the name of the lake?
That's Pickerel. Up in the Minocqua, St. Germain area.
Okay.
Right off of Highway J.
Yeah. Okay. There's
oddly
56.
Oddly enough, there's a couple up there.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, my in-laws have 2 cottages on Pinewood Drive.
Oh.
What are the odds of that?
Remote. But
yes, remote. They are. But yeah, so we usually go for like 3 hours every night before it gets dark.
Okay.
And
then you go out to dinner?
No. Well,
I love supper clubs.
I know you do. There's this place up there called Blink Bonnie. McGregor's Blink Bonnie. Have you heard of Blink Bonnie?
Oh, that son of a bitchin' place. I had to take train. So when I leave the city, my GI system, it just tightens up.
Really?
So I heard all about Blink Bonnies. You got to get there early. Got to get there early to Blink Bonnies. You got to get there early.
This is true.
And this is before I even had a kid. And we went to Rhinelander. That was our vacation, me and my wife. We went to Rhinelander and we were on like Lake Thompson or something.
Okay.
And we went up there for a week, just me and her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do? She doesn't fish. She doesn't like mosquitoes.
No, who does?
She's not an outdoors type woman, which is fine.
Sure.
That's fine. But anyways, we went to Blink Bonnie, but this was like day 5 of not being able to deuce it. Okay.
Yeah.
Literally day 5, I had not taken a dump. I was, oh my gosh. I still remember the pain to this day because I remember it's right across the street, if I remember, from a big golf course.
Yeah,
like
from Saint Germain Golf Club, which is, they got that big whitetail. Yeah,
yes.
The whitetail is the name of it.
And I was like, oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I don't feel good. And I've been hearing about, I got to go to this supper club. And it was awesome. But we waited for freaking ever. We got there, and I'd say we got there at like probably 6:30.
Sure.
We didn't sit down till probably 8:15.
Wow.
At least.
Yeah.
At least.
That's about right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was standing. I was in pain. It sucked. I still remember that to this day. The pain, not being, and I ate pretty well.
Sure.
I mean, I was not missing a meal. I was having
you're
breakfast.
You're a guy that likes his food. Yeah.
I was eating
food.
breakfast. I was eating lunch. I was eating dinner. And we were going out.
But
we had no children.
Just not jettisoning
we had
the
more
waste.
fun. We had more funds. There were no children's.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So we were eating I was eating like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I could not purge it. It sucked. I'm sorry. I still remember it to this day, and that's 13 years ago.
Yeah, when I was a young boy, and we go on family vacation. Now, for those of you that don't know Zeebzob, I used to be a really skinny kid.
Yes.
Yeah, you've seen pictures.
Quite sexy.
I was. I had.
Yes.
Oh, I was beautiful. I had
were.
I had that big flowing mane of hair.
Yes.
Oh.
Like a better looking version of the lead singer of Cinderella. That's the way I like to say it.
Oh yeah, I blew him away.
Oh,
he sucked.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for his guitar playing and singing,
6-pack abs.
Yeah.
You
Anyway,
were rocking it.
I
You
was.
still have the photo. I mean, who?
Well, you can't get rid of that. You need proof because nobody believes it. That's you? Yeah, that's me. I mean, I think of myself and I think of myself still is that way. Then I see myself in the mirror. The weird thing is, I shave my head. When I started shaving my head, the first time I'd wake up in the middle of the night, you got to go to the bathroom, you turn the lights on, and that shock of who the hell's that? Because you forget that your head's shaved.
What would come back now if you let it go?
I'd get a clown ring.
You would?
Yeah.
What about a skullet?
Oh, I can't do it.
You can't do
the skirted eggshell? No.
No?
I get a little tuft on the top here.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
Yeah, but like right here at the
I
points,
remember you had it, and then it started to thin.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember it starting to thin.
But see, then I embraced it.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Oh, no,
I mean, you have a
beautiful.
beautiful round head.
I do.
Look at you. Yes.
I don't know if I'd go back.
Nah.
It's so easy.
Nah. Oh, it's so awesome.
Oh.
I wish I wouldn't look like a dork.
You would see. That's the thing. You look like a dork at first until people get used to you. Then it's fine.
Then it's fine.
Then
but
nobody cares.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not. We'll just keep my hair.
Anyways, when I was a kid, I was really skinny, and we'd go on vacations. And yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no, go ahead. We're cool. People know that you're going to take a sip of your beer as we're talking.
Yes, I am.
So, by the way, I'm drinking the Iron Maiden Trooper beer. It's delicious. You've got what is this? The Blue Moon Peach something or other?
Did you have to add peach? Did you have to add peach on
Well,
that?
that's from Mrs.
Could you just
Zeebzob.
say Blue Moon?
Okay, he's got a Blue Moon.
Thank you.
I'll edit that out later. Not. So,
Ouch.
So we go on these family vacations, and I'd be gone for a week. Would not need to use the bathroom.
A week?
Yeah. Well, you could. I was skinny, and I didn't have a lot of intake, so I can hold it till I got back home.
A week?
Yeah, not a problem. I think women do that, but man, now it's like I'm pretty regular, big fat guy. Boy, get out of my way.
At work, I grab the paper. Everybody knows what I'm doing.
My buddy Chuck.
They scoff at me.
Yeah, my buddy Chuck.
He's going to the bathroom.
He takes his phone in
Walking
there.
through the whole office, carrying a
Plays
paper.
COC.
Yes.
The paper.
Clash of Clans.
Clash Clans, yeah.
I saw
You're a Boom Beach guy, aren't you?
Well, because my kids were
Yeah.
playing something, and I just wanted to know what they were doing.
Right.
So it popped up as a tweet saying, "Hey, you can download this for free, work phone. I'm not paying a dime."
No, good for you.
So, I'm like, I'll try it.
Yeah.
And now, pretty much addicted to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's how I started with Clash of Clans. Is Matthew was playing it, so I thought, well, what is this? But yeah, and it's addicting. Anyway,
Yep.
I had an original story. Oh, this week. So Mrs. Zeebzob,
Oh, this.
she her car's in the shop. She gets a brand new Buick Enclave with like 120 miles on it when she gets it, right? And
That's their rental car, or their
it's a loaner. It's a loaner, yeah, brand new. So
$30,000 plus loaner.
it was a fantastic. It's a lot like she's got a GMC Acadia.
Yeah.
But it's a couple years old. So the cars are very similar.
Yeah.
But this is brand new and it's very nice.
Oh no, just take this one.
Yeah, exactly. So for 3 days. Wednesday was my son's 10th birthday, right?
Yep.
Now, he is a huge fan of a football player named Kevin Zeitler, who's from this area. He plays for the Cincinnati Bengals. Well,
Yes.
Kevin's mother-in-law works at the school he goes to. So she arranged for Kevin to give my son a pair of his game gloves for a birthday present.
That was super cool.
Awesome.
By the way.
So
She just thought of that.
yeah, well, she knows how big of a fan he is. He's so starstruck by Kevin. And Kevin's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
So we had planned to go to the Olive Garden. That's how we got started off this. And
Yeah, you guys chose the Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. It was Matthew that chose it.
Okay.
Oddly enough, he said he wanted some spaghetti because spaghetti makes him strong. Now,
Yes.
what's the irony of that? The Lenten dinner this week
Was
was
spaghetti.
spaghetti.
It was
yeah.
spaghetti.
So instead of the free meal, we
Right.
went to Olive Garden. But it was still a fun time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we go there, and we had a great time, everything. And my wife had a glass of wine. And we had to get to church by 6:30 to make it there because, the whole
By the
thing-
way,
Kevin's
crowded.
like- yeah, it was. Yeah,
Crowded.
it was crowded
So,
at church.
yeah.
But Lenten services are.
Generally.
Yeah.
noticed
Especially when
that.
you get that free meal at the beginning. What's next week, Is
I
it
don't
pizza?
have any idea.
They didn't announce it. Usually they announce
This
it.
is my first go round.
Yeah, you first go around with it. So.
But I do like that about the Lutheran. I think there's a higher level of fellowship
Oh, sure.
to be, seriously,
Yeah.
versus a Catholic.
Yeah.
It was a bigger parish. There wasn't a tight knit
Okay.
that I have seen here that I saw at our former
Right.
parish church, Mount Calvary. So
Sure.
I'm kind of liking it.
Yeah, I like that church. Good
It's
people. there.
nice to talk to adults.
Oh, absolutely.
And not get screamed at, by customers or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So, Tracy has a glass of wine. She asks if I could drive the car. You want to drive to church? I said, sure. So we jump in. And now when I was in the passenger seat on the way there, I didn't notice this. But she gets in, and they got that little door panel that was a little cubby on the side. You can store crap.
Yeah.
There are 2 plastic bags in there with a white substance. And she pulls it out, and she's like, what's this? I'm like, I don't know. It's not mine. And we're looking at it, and it's clearly like a cocaine type substance, right?
Or anthrax.
Sure. Cocaine was the first thought. So, I'm like feeling it through the bag, and I'm so naive to drugs. I'm like, I don't even know what
Did
this
you
is.
do that like they do? Or they
No, I didn't
wet
lick my
the-
finger and
lit
stick
the
it in.
finger,
No.
just a little tip.
Well, even if I did, I wouldn't know what am I supposed to taste.
I've never dabbled. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we went to dinner with Tracy's sister and her husband and, their kids. And as we're pulling out of the parking lot, I flag them down. I'm like, hey, what do you think this is? And Tom, my brother-in-law, says, I don't know, toss it here. So I toss it to him. And he's, at first it lands on top of the car and he missed it. And then
How did you miss it?
I kind of flung it.
He wasn't expecting it?
I think I gave it a little more zip than he was expecting.
Sure.
I wanted to make sure it made, with a bag,
Yes.
it's got like a built-in sail, so
Yeah.
you want to make sure you don't want it to fall short.
Right.
So it lands on top of the car and then slides down the windshield. And Jody turns on the windshield wipers and the thing's zip, zip, zip. So, geez. Yeah. So Tom gets out of the car and he takes the bag and Jody's like, what is that? I don't even want you touching that. You give that back to that right now. Give that back. And he opens the bag and he's kind of like, giving it a little sniff to see what it smells like. Yeah, I can't believe you opened that bag. You give that back. She's like starting to freak out, So me and Tracy are like, oh, listen, look at this. So he closes the bag up and he gives it back to us. And then, Jody's like giving them the riot act and they take off.
Yeah.
So then, but we're pressed for time now. We got to get to church. So
Yes.
we're driving down the road and Tracy calls the cops, wants to report
Yeah.
this, what do we do?
This is odd.
Right. So we're driving and, I can hear her talking. She's like, yeah, we found this bag, it looks like it might be cocaine, but we don't know. And they're like, well, don't even touch it. Well, too late, So they were, well, we don't even want you driving with that. Pull over and find a cop right now. I was like, well, we can't. We've got this thing we've got to get to, you know.
Yeah.
So fine. They said, all right, at 8 o'clock, we'll meet you at your house, you know. And then the whole thing at church goes well, and Kevin Zeitler gives Matthew the gloves. That was cool.
Again,
You were there for that.
Well, you know, like Nicole's like, hey, we got to go here, you know. And
Sure.
I'm like, yeah, let's get out of here. Give the kid his moment. That was cool.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was awesome. And then there's proud dad sitting
Oh,
there
with the camera. Yeah, sure, absolutely. So then that's all over. We go home, and the cop shows up. The sheriff comes to the house at 8 o'clock. And sure enough, there's me, Seth, Matthew, Tracy standing over him. Is it really drugs? What is it? What is it? You know, just such dorks. We have no idea. So he has a little tester, and he puts them in there. He's shaking it up. And he says, well, normally if it is, it'll turn blue right away. And it really wasn't. So it turned out it wasn't cocaine, you know, but he just took, you know, okay, fine. We don't even want that stuff here. Take it out. Yeah. So he does. He takes it out. And then the next day when we were at wrestling practice, now the coach for our wrestling team is a cop, Jim Mastercola. And I'm talking to him about it, and I tell him the story. He goes, oh, it's probably heroin. That stuff's everywhere. Yeah. I'm like, oh, jeez. Great. Heroin. It's even worse. Wow. Oh, I know, but, I mean, who would leave that in a car? With only 120
Are the sheriffs going to follow up? I mean, are they?
I don't know. I don't even really want
to. I would think.
I'm sure they'll test it for something, but they'll destroy it or whatever. But, you know, the thing of it is, if it was coke, I was really praying that it wasn't, because it was quite a bit. And somebody'd come looking for that. It's worth some money. Heroin's cheap. I don't think they would. So glad that
it is cheap.
Yeah, that's why it's so popular.
Well, I actually you could tell me that there was 10K a bag.
I would never know. And that's the thing. I'm so naive about drugs.
Me too.
It's a good thing. Did you ever hear my Colorado story?
Yes. Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want me to tell that one? I love it. So about a year ago, and let me preface this by saying old Zeebzob has never even tried marijuana. Okay.
I can say I haven't either.
Yeah.
I'm happy to say that.
I'm so naive to this stuff. So I go to Colorado for business a year ago with a coworker.
I will make fun of people.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Drug users.
So as we know, marijuana is legal in Colorado.
Yes.
So
for multiple
for recreational use.
Yes.
So after our class, we were there to learn a product. Anyways, after class one day, my buddy says, hey, I've got this iPhone app that'll lead us to where they sell pot. You know, I'm like, okay. So I was the driver, basically.
Could I get that?
Yeah.
Well,
I'll ask him what the name of the app is if you want it. But okay. Really. In case you go to Colorado or Alaska now too, I think is a.
Yes.
I think they're a smoke state.
They did.
Yeah, good for them.
They did.
So, so we're driving around and we're trying to find these little places, these little blips on the map, and they're all in like these industrial park type areas, and it just doesn't look right. And it's already getting dark because this was in January. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know, man, this doesn't seem right, you know. So we tried like the first couple places, nothing. We're going to give up on this, you know. I'm like, okay, big deal. He wanted to try these pot suckers, I guess, you know, like a sucker that you suck on.
Did you eat it?
I guess so.
Really?
Yeah. So
you could lick a
pot soaked sucker. I don't know. Potsicle. Very good. Yes. So we're gonna give up, right? But he's like, oh, you know what? There's one more not too far down the road. Let's try it. So we turn in this other area again, kind of industrial park looking, but a little bit less so, I guess. And then we see this sign in green letters. It says medicine. He goes, medicine, just like this, you know.
Yes.
And right now I've got the giggles. I'm so
did you
ridiculously retarded with this. So we drive up and we get out of the car, and oh my goodness, can you smell the plants? See,
I don't even know if I would recognize the smell.
I've been
around a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't you smell that pot? No.
Yeah, this was really strong. Like, holy cow.
I think you would have to tell me when you smell it.
Yeah, that could be it.
And then
I've smelled it before. I've been around people smoking it.
Really?
But
yeah, I'm trying to think.
It's got a unique smell. But this was the plant itself.
Yeah.
And it was like so strong, like, you know, not trying to hide it strong.
Yeah.
So, you know, we go into this place and there's like one lady behind the counter. And like I said, I got the giggles. I can't even look, you know. And there's all these Jimi Hendrix posters on the walls and stuff. And I'm like, oh, God, I'm just laughing.
Just like what you thought.
And so my buddy walks up and she's like, can I help you? And he goes, this is my first time. And she goes, okay, well, do you have a prescription or a rec card? Right then he's like frozen. He's like, uh-oh, she's asking questions, you know? And he's like, because we were in Colorado Springs. And she goes, oh, because, it's only legal in like Denver and Boulder or something like that.
Yeah.
She goes, and we're like totally skunked, So he's like, oh, okay, well, how about a liquor store? She goes, that I can help you with, So she directs us to a liquor store. We get back in the car, and I can't hold my laughter. And then I look at him, and I said, you two losers couldn't score weed if it was legal and you had an iPhone app. So then, anyway, we go to and he's a big beer connoisseur. He homebrews, and he's kind of snobby that way. Mm-hmm. And there's, living in Wisconsin, there's some conflicts with some distributors from brewers out there. Yeah, there's stuff that you can't get here.
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah, he goes out to we go to this liquor store, and he goes to the cooler, and he sees these 2 brands. And he goes, "Oh, I've missed you!" And he grabs these 2 6-packs. Oh, one night he really got trashed, man.
So he knew
what he was looking for. Yeah.
Wow,
definitely. So, yeah, it was a fun time. So
and that was how long ago was that?
That was about 13 months ago.
13. Oh, so it was recent.
Yeah, it was right before. It was right before the Seahawks beat the Broncos in the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I guess.
You don't travel much anymore.
I mean, I really don't. And not for work. That was like really the only business trip I ever took. But, like vacations and stuff. Tracy's trying to plan something to like either Mexico or Florida for this year. But
oh, you're going to Florida?
Well, that's what she's planning. If it happens, I don't know.
Disney?
Maybe. I don't know. We've been to Disney a couple times.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah, Matthew he was really young, and he liked the Expedition Everest, the really super tall roller coaster.
Is that the one in?
That's in Animal
Kingdom?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the one with the white snow cover?
With the Yeti, yeah.
The Yeti, yes. Yep. I couldn't go on it. I'd puke.
Really?
Oh,
Matthew loved it. He was on it several times.
Puke my guts out.
Really?
Oh, can't go on anything. I'm just the guy with the stroller.
That's
me.
You.
Yeah.
Well, we live very close to Six Flags Great America here, which is in Gurnee, Illinois.
Sure.
When's the last time you were there?
It's been a while.
Yeah, last time I was there was right before Tracy and I got married, so fall of 1999.
Yeah, it was probably.
But I used to go when I was a young buck, and
Yeah.
I used to work at a country club. Right, I was a dishwasher. Todd the Rock and Roll Animal.
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
We used to work together. That's where we met.
Okay.
Yeah, and we used to go golfing every Monday because we could golf for free. Employees could golf free on Mondays, and then we jump in my Vega, and with the Queensryche Queensryche Rage for Order tape playing on a loop over and over. They had the auto reverse.
Yep.
Yeah, you never take that thing out.
No.
So yeah, we'd go down, and every Monday we'd go golfing in the Great America.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, we had season passes.
Like the last ride was I was in Florida. So me and my wife, we met. Okay.
Yeah.
And I went fishing to Canada. I mean, we met, went out a couple times.
Yeah.
Things went awesome. Went fishing to Canada. Mm-hmm. Okay. I come back from Canada. She had just graduated from college.
Sure.
She's moving to Florida.
What?
I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, she's moving to Florida. Wow. Bombshell.
Yeah.
She was a therapist, occupational therapist, and she got a job with one of the hospitals, and they were, signing. There was a sign-on bonus, like a moving bonus. And
do me a favor, pull the thing up to your face there.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that better?
It is.
Oh, okay. So there, the first job, she couldn't pass it up.
So this is like, early 20s?
This is, no, I was, I'm 46.
Yeah, me too.
And I think I met her when I was 28, 29.
Wait a second. You are not 46.
Yeah.
How old are you?
46.
You are not 46. How many birthdays have you had?
11.
Yeah. We are talking to a leap year baby. That is so awesome. Every time I think of that, I think it's like, anyway.
11.
11, yeah.
I'm not going to have a birthday
You're
tomorrow
not. Yeah.
or Sunday. Yes.
But like at that stroke of midnight somewhere in there, it's like for the
that's what everybody says. But I'm like,
second.
when is the 29th? Well, I'll see you next year.
See you next year. Yeah.
Yes. So we decided to continue to see each other and talk, which, actually probably the best thing that happened to us. We
Sure.
became friends. So I go down there to visit, and what is the place in Tampa or St.
Busch
Peter?
Gardens?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. We go to Busch Gardens.
Ride the Python?
It's like, no. So
Did she ride
no.
the Python?
That might have been actually, in all honesty, that may have been the first weekend ever.
Oh, my.
Yeah, my man. Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. So, it's 98 degrees and 98% humidity.
Yeah.
Typical summer Florida crap. I hate that. So
Yeah, you're a big cold weather guy.
I'm a cold weather guy.
You are.
Give me 10 degrees and
Every day,
I can stand outside and I'm fine.
Heat index crap, you don't want that.
No.
You'd rather be talking wind chills than heat index.
I would like 50 to 60.
50 degrees would be beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
50 right now would be awesome.
My favorite time of year is May because you start getting some nice days.
Yes.
But there's no humidity and no bugs.
Yes.
Boom.
Boom. You're right.
And summer's right around the corner. Now, summer gets too hot sometimes.
Yes.
My wife loves that stuff. But, you get kind of the same weather in late September, early October.
Mm-hmm.
But that winter's right around the corner.
It's coming.
Yeah.
But that
Snow.
also, so is the rut.
That's true. For hunters,
Hot
that's,
rut.
yeah, that's,
yes. Yeah, yes. So, anyways, we're at Busch Gardens. It's hotter than a $5 pistol. And I'm like miserable. Okay. And I'm looking around and me and Nicole see air conditioned ride.
Sure.
And I forget the name of the ride. Oh, damn. Anyway, so we go get in line, and it is air conditioned, but it's kind of open to air.
Yeah.
So as we're getting closer, it's getting cooler. So this is awesome. Okay, this is great. I didn't even know what the frickin' ride was about, and it's one of those motion, and it turned out being one of those motion simulators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get kind of sick, did you?
I get in there. And it wasn't if I was going to puke.
It was when.
I literally went to the mode, okay, this is the girl of my dreams here on my arm, right? How am I going to avoid screwing this up and not puking somewhere? Or where can I puke? Because it was
Can I borrow
hell.
your purse for a minute?
It was hell, dude.
Yeah.
She didn't like it either. She kind of gets motion sickness too.
Oh, gotcha.
So she was hanging on my arm, and I remember I had like a tank top on. Okay.
Yeah, the pipe's out.
Yeah. Right.
Sun's out, guns out.
Yeah. I got to take advantage of what I had.
That's right.
At that point.
Well, you were heavy in the house at that time, weren't you?
Yeah.
The
absolutely.
animal house. We'll
Yes,
talk
sir.
about that in a minute.
Bam. So, anyways, all of a sudden I feel her head sliding down my arm, and that's just from the sweat that I was producing because I was in such a freaky.
Yeah, before you puke, you get the
holy
sweats.
crap!
Yeah.
I'm puking. I'm sick, and this ride would not end.
So
it's just, where am I puking? Do I look up? Do I try to look? Do I try to ride it out? Do I look to the side? There was no escape. There was nothing, and I'm like, please, God, just don't make me puke. Don't, please, just hang on, and. I mean, I'm dripping. It was awful. The ride ends. Okay. I can't even stand up, and I'm at the end, and everybody's coming out, and I'm just like, give me a minute. I'm fighting it back because I can feel it coming.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, bam, I'm fine.
Really?
Well, not really, but I lost that. Like I was going to lose my stomach. I lost that urge, but I got up. Whole day was wrecked though. I mean, I was out of it the whole day, and it was probably $60 each to get into the park, and we had been there an hour, and it was done. It was officially over. But I did not puke, which was good.
Good.
That was a good thing. That's why I haven't really done a ride since. To be, I'll do like go-karts. I love go-karts.
Oh yeah,
love go-karts.
Sure.
Love wiping people out on go-karts.
Yeah.
I'm good at it. I think I got my tips from you, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah, do a little trail breaking and
yes.
Yeah.
And send them around.
Give them a little tap, bump and run.
Yes.
Well, just yesterday, you and I had a race.
We did. Oh, my kids are going nuts. You should have seen him.
Kids too. I had Jack in the car with me. Jack and
Even Brock was laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, about that Jack kid.
Oh yeah.
Funny
Yeah.
stuff where the coach yelled at him, "Get down the line."
Yeah.
He was grabbing the little kid's shirts.
Okay.
I was
in
laughing.
the Squirrels game.
I was laughing about that.
Yeah.
Get away from the little kids.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
But, so anyways, for those of you that don't know, the minivans were to the floor.
They were.
That,
and then I let up though. You know that.
Well, I did too because I went. I didn't think you were going to go, and I let off, and then you went, and then I hammered it. Yeah.
So we didn't both go.
No, I went, and
so we will have to.
We will have to. Yeah, actually.
Yes.
Because I thought.
Oh, he's not going to do this.
Yeah, exactly. I hit the gas.
Dude,
and I
I'm more immature than you are. Are you kidding me?
That's
like today at Joe. So just to give you an example, I go over by Joe's desk today.
Yeah.
Okay. And our friend BK, he's in a chair. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
And when they're in the bathroom, I'll mess with them, whatever,
Sure.
if I get them in there alone.
Yeah.
So anyways, today, I walk by Joe's desk. He's not there. BK's not there. Jerry goes, "Oh, you know where they are, don't you?"
Jerry Wise?
Jerry Wise, yes. "Oh, you know where they are, don't you?" And I said, "Where?" "They're in the bathroom. Not that you care." I'm like, "Okay." So I immediately, of course, I head right to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I get in there and I walk right in, and
They're in the stalls or what?
No, BK's in the stall.
Yeah.
And I can see his part of his chair underneath.
Sure.
And I'm like, I got him. I was hoping Joe was in a stall as well because they both went to lunch.
Yeah.
And they both went to lunch, and I was, sometimes Joe, he comes back from lunch and he just hits the can because it's just, it's going through him. He's yeah.
Yeah, Joe, you're probably listening to this and your bathroom secrets are out to the world now.
Yeah. So I go in there. Joe's actually standing up at a urinal taking a leak. I walk past, but BK is in the last stall.
Sure.
The problem is, if I'm going to screw with them, so they hear me banging on the soap. So I just get a big old handful of soap, and then I'll chuck it over the top. Or another time I was in there and I was just taking water.
Now is it the foamy soap?
Yes.
Oh,
yes. And the other time I was in there with another guy that I know I can goof around in front of, his guy named Matt.
Yeah.
And BK's in the stall, and I've got the faucet going, and I'm just cupping the water, and I'm just throwing it over the wall. And he's just pissed. Oh yeah, he's just pissed. It's fine, okay, because he tries to get me too.
Sure.
Like he almost got me today. The problem is if there's somebody in there that I don't know,
right?
Then
you got to identify the shoes.
You do, and that yes, and I did not know whose shoes, and they were in the next stall to BK, so I didn't really. I'm a manager there. I have to at least act a little, professional.
Curb your immaturity.
Yes, because it's tough. So, anyways, I'm like, I got to do something. So I see Joe, out of the corner of his eye at the urinal as I'm washing, because I'm washing my hands. That's what I'm doing, washing my hands. And I see Joe just kind of like turn his head just a little bit. And then I see him start to giggle like.
He knows it's coming.
Oh, yeah. So all of a sudden a dude walks in. I'm like, oh, yeah, come on. Really? So I'm like, well, that's kind of foiled. No, the guy comes to wash he goes in the stall. The guy that was in the other stall comes out.
Uh-huh.
And he's washing his hands, and I'm pretending like I'm trying to get.
You got some grime on there.
Yeah, and I'm taking time, right? Sure. Taking time. So, anyways, long story short, I hit the paper dispenser, the towel dispenser thing, and I get a nice long sheet. I grab that, and I get that all nice and wet. And as I'm leaving, Joe's walking up. I just go over to the edge, and I just spike it, down on BK. Unfortunately, I heard it hit the ground, so I missed. I missed this time, but yeah. So I get out of the can. Joe comes out, and I just look, and he's just like shaking his head, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be 60 and doing this shit. I just know it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What can I say? I like to have fun.
Oh, I'm extremely immature.
Yeah, I like to have fun.
I fully admit that.
Yeah, yeah. And so it was funny, and we do those little stupid things at work, and it just again, like I was in there with my paper this morning. There's a couple other people in there. BK came rolling in. He saw my shoes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to let me know that he had me.
Uh-huh.
He bounces his wheelchair as he's going out. He like does wheelies and ding, ding, ding.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, yeah. But you know what? You didn't get me. So, yeah. So anyways.
Remember a guy we used to work with, Donnie?
Oh, Don Hour?
Yeah. I was in the bathroom one time, and he was another guy in a chair too.
Yes.
And, he was in the bathroom one time, and I heard some sounds I've never heard. I mean, he
was crushing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was almost musical.
What?
Whoa, man! It was like resonating in the bowl, letting the gas out. It was almost like a symphony.
Wow.
Yeah. But you remember, Gainey gave me some advice once.
Yeah.
Bob Gainey, that I still. He always takes the handicap stall. He's talking about one time. I said, "You do?" He goes, "Oh yeah." You got more room. You're up higher. It's great.
Okay. I don't ever take the handicap stall because
Really?
Well, I mean, we've got a handicap individual.
Yeah.
And
See, I don't have that around.
and
me, so.
I think it's
That would be rude,
I
yeah.
think it's rude.
It would.
But there are two.
Unless you
There
know,
are two.
right? But unless the other one was taken, you had to go.
Then if I have to go,
out of,
yes.
out of options. But
Generally.
if there is nobody with an immediate need for that,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, it's very roomy.
It
in
is.
there. Yeah,
It's nice. Oh,
Yep.
yes. You
It's
can
got
spread things out.
It's called the King height or something like that.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
a little elevated.
Yeah, it is nice.
I do notice that my legs fall asleep a little quicker, though.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
I suppose
yes.
they're not at a bent.
You know, I'm a
angle.
tall
Yeah,
guy.
You are.
So I get a little lift. I don't get the cutoff,
Yeah.
where it's cutting me off because,
Right.
I'm reading the paper.
Sure. Taking your time.
Well, you should. I mean, I put in a lot of hours. I just want to take a nice deuce once or twice a day.
So one time I'm at work and I'm in the stall.
Yep.
Some guy comes in next to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm, doing my business. I hear him shut the door, unzip, whatever, sits down. He's zipping up. I'm like, wow, this guy was so fast. I mean, it just shot out of him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was hilarious. I was horrified
Did
and
he
impressed
even-
at the same time.
He was in and out?
Well, I mean, he wiped
So he
and
just
everything,
had
yeah.
one of those sphincters
No,
that just shuts
I don't
closed
know.
and-
It was like it opened.
It's like treat of the week. No residue. Wow.
It was crazy.
Wow.
It was so fast.
Wow.
Yeah, so that impresses me because I take my time.
I remember one time I'm in a stall, okay, and it was one of those times where it was a lot of noise.
Sure. Stomach's gurgling. Even more than
yeah, and
churning and
I got a
burning.
guy next to me doing the same thing.
Oh, nice.
And it almost sounded like we were going back and forth, right?
Oh yeah, we'll take that.
And he says to me, and he
talked
to me.
you. You
I
don't-
swear to the Lord,
You don't talk to somebody.
he talked to me, and this is what he said because he had a he had a I don't even know what you call it, a push that was loud.
Sure.
Okay, and
A little grunter.
yeah, and I followed up right after with like I was trying to battle him, and he goes, "Don't even try it, crush you." He goes, "I'll crush you." That's what he said. I don't even to this day. I never even knew who he was. He was on. It was at Park Place. Yeah, don't even try. I'll crush you. He said that to me.
No way.
I just laughed, and I was like, "Dude, props. You're my kind of guy. Really, you're my kind of guy that you would say that to me." Yeah, crushing you.
Awesome.
I know it happened, and I remember walking out, and I'm like, he left, and I'm like looking through the cracks. Who is he? Because he's like, I admire him, and I never figured it out. And
Really?
I tried to place his voice, and I think he was on another floor.
Wow.
And he just came. Or he was a visitor because our floors weren't very big at Park Place.
Sure.
It was kind of one of those deals where the elevator's in the middle, and it's just
Yeah.
kind of a round thing. And I knew everybody. Occasionally, people come up or down though because it was a lot of my company. So you had access. To this day, I never knew. And I just remember going back like, you're not going to believe what just happened. You're not going to believe what just happened. He told me, I crush you.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that actually, that was nuts. So that was fun. I'll never forget that.
Oh, no.
Ever.
Wow.
Yes.
That's pretty ballsy.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, to talk to somebody, first of all, and then to say that.
I'll crush you.
Oh, I never.
Yeah.
If I'm at the urinal, if I'm in the stall, no talking, not till you get to the sink. Hey,
Then
Jimmy,
at the
how you?
sink.
Yeah, at the sink.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Exchange your pleasantries, but
Even now with with people I know, if they start to engage me at the urinal, I'll even look over and like, really, you can't wait a minute.
yeah. You ever walk in and some guy's on the phone? What the hell is that?
Yes.
What? I mean, come on.
Yes, I'll flush immediately,
what kind
just
of a
to flush.
Douche is that?
I will flush
so that
immediate
whoever they're
flush.
talking to knows that they're in a can.
Immediate flush. That's like, yeah.
Wow.
So that doesn't happen often. That's happened a few times,
I walked in on one guy, and
but it's immediate flush.
Some guy was in there, and he is just having this conversation like it was no big deal.
I will flush on him. I don't care who it is. You're getting flushed on.
It's horrible.
Absolutely getting flushed.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, well, that's
that's I
all we
didn't
have
know
for-
you wanted to talk about.
all we had for toilet talk. But
Yes.
actually, I do have one more story. When last year, when Ian and I went to the National Survivor Derby,
Yes.
we stopped.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, hey, we're going to watch that or listen for that. by the way.
You better.
Yes.
I'm trying to talk.
Will I be able to do it from work? Are you
Yeah.
is it going to be?
Put the Ustream app on your phone.
Well, you'll have to do it for me because
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's right.
I don't know what I'm.
I'm trying to talk QuickTime into doing it too. He's leaving a day before me, so QuickTime, we're gonna get you to do that. So,
We're back.
yeah, we're back. So broadcast.
I love that guy. That's okay. Enough, Andy. When you're
Oh,
in the restaurant.
that was Ian. Yeah, when you're in a restaurant.
Okay, enough.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So when we went to Nebraska, we stopped when we just got into Iowa. We stopped at a Cracker Barrel. Okay. Yeah, we had breakfast and it was delicious. But before we left, we went into the bathroom. Went to the bathroom, cleaned up, washed our hands, whatever. And we just used the urinals. And there's some guy in the stall, and I didn't even really realize I did this, but Ian told me about it. And I guess looking back, yeah, I did do that. But so I walk by the guy in the stall, and he's really grunting one out, and some sounds are coming out. Yeah. And as I walk by, I go, ooh, ooh. Whoa. I said something like that, and Ian he gets out of the bathroom, he starts laughing. He's like, what was that? I'm like, what? He goes, you walk by, and you're like, oh, ooh. Well,
We're all offended.
I guess I did do that. Yeah, so. And again, do not pay any attention to the wiener dog barking in the background.
That is the wiener dog?
Yeah, it is the wiener
I didn't see the wiener dog. When
She's
I was
in a
up
crate
there.
because she goes nuts when people come over. So
Nuts?
she doesn't stop barking.
Oh, she'll just keep barking?
She'll
at
bark
you?
for quite a while until for like 10 minutes. And it's like really annoying.
Does she want attention? Is that what?
I don't know what
the
she
deal
wants.
is?
She doesn't know what she wants. She's very high strung.
Okay.
Very high strung.
And you didn't give her away.
Tracy wants to. But now she feels bad because Missy's actually she looks like she's losing weight.
Oh, the wiener dog?
The wiener
Is
dog.
it sick?
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay.
So
How old a wiener dog?
9.
Okay. How do they do in dog years?
I don't know. My last one lived to be 9. So
How do these dogs, like this dog I just bought, how long can we expect?
probably a good dozen years.
Really?
A dog, yeah, because it'll be a bigger dog, maybe even more.
Really?
The bigger the dog, the shorter the life. So you get your like mastiffs and stuff. They live like 7 years, and
That's it?
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
big sons of bitches?
Yeah, the bigger they are,
live
the
only
short-
7 years?
7, 8 years is fairly typical. I mean, you do get the ones that live
Holy
longer.
crap.
Yeah, your Saint Bernards again, 8 years.
Like a mastiff, like a bull mastiff. So
Yeah.
one time my friend Armando, okay?
Armando, yes.
Did you remember
Armando
Armando story?
Brizzoni, yeah.
Brizzoni,
Yes.
yes. So when we were chasing the ladies. No, when we were chasing back in our tail chasing days.
Yes, when you're hunting the two-legged deer.
Yes. What a conversation piece. Okay? This dog.
Sure.
We look like two gay guys, I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
what's her name?
I don't know.
No, the
I mean,
lady down the street from you.
a lady down the street.
I thought you and Jeff Moss were gay.
Oh, yeah.
What was her name? Marcy?
Marcy.
Marcy.
Yes, Marcy.
Anyway.
Terrible. Yeah. So, anyways, well, let's go get your cousin's dog and let's take it down to Bradford Beach.
Nice.
Yeah. And this is true. So, Cop's hamburger.
Yeah.
You give him a Cop's hamburger.
Now, wait, for people listening, not taking a hamburger from a Cop. Cops is the name of a restaurant around here.
Oh, if there's people listening, yes, that don't know Cops, it's a
Right.
big ass burger.
Big
I mean,
burger.
it's probably a half.
Cops with a K in 2 pieces.
I'd say, I mean, a third. It's a thinner.
It's big.
It's a thinner burger, but it's a wider.
It's like the size of a toilet seat.
It's
Maybe,
big.
maybe not.
Well,
A Frisbee,
yeah.
maybe. Yeah. So
It's big.
yeah,
So, anyways,
that's always a nice line. If you're gonna date a woman and say, "I'm gonna take you out for a steak the size of a toilet seat." I think I got that from The Simpsons. I don't know.
nice. So,
I think that
anyways,
was- I think that was Mo that
this
said that.
Mastiff would eat a Cop's hamburger with not even 2
Oh,
bites.
just right down. it.
It was just a go.
Gone.
And gone.
Yeah.
A whole burger. I mean, this is
Yeah.
a 200-pound dog. I'm a 210-pound guy.
Sure.
I can't eat a burger like that.
Well,
I don't have a mouth like that.
You don't have the mouth
but,
like that. Yeah.
But I was just amazed.
Sure.
Like, go.
Gone.
You put it on his mouth, and it's gone. Well, that was $4.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, they're big dogs, so they die.
They don't
Also.
live that long. I mean, they can.
Well, it's not us. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm being
Yeah,
sarcastic.
it's the bigger the dog, like I said, the shorter the life typically. Now you do get exceptions to the rule, but so your smaller dogs, those are the ones that can live to be like 14 to 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
16 is pushing it. But when I was a kid, I had a Shih Tzu, and that's a smaller dog, or as some people call it, a Shih Tzu. But anyways,
Yep.
it lived to be I think 16. But at the end, I mean, there was like no quality of life. The thing was, it was just had no control, it was pissing everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not too cool. But, I was already out of the house by the time they put him down. But
Gotcha.
that was my... One story I always tell is this dog like to kind of meander around. You let him out and he'd come home usually, but he took his own sweet time. But sometimes he'd like, get lost sniffing the flowers or something. He'd be just off in the neighborhood, can't find him. Well, one time...
Yeah, look out, lady.
Yeah, well, he was fixed, I think. Yeah, he was. So...
Bastard.
One time he got out on like a Friday, couldn't find him all weekend long. He was searching for his dog, couldn't find it. And, I was I think I was like in 8th grade, maybe 9th grade, just heartbroken. My dog's gone, figured I'm sure he's dead somewhere. Someone hit him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Cause he didn't, they just crossed the roads. They don't look, you know, dogs are. So Monday I go to school, I come home and I walk in the kitchen. And there on the table is my brand new BMX Action magazine. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Oh, so I am just
tearing
going
into it.
through those pages.
Yep.
Yeah. My mom's watching me, and
Yep.
finally, after a few minutes, she goes, "You didn't even notice." I said, "What?" She goes, "Look at your feet. Hey, there's the dog."
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The cops picked them up like on Saturday or Friday night or what. I had them all weekend. And
Oh, they
yeah,
did?
They
Okay.
like, well, could you have called? Whatever,
Yeah.
but-
Got it. No, so we're looking forward to this dog thing.
Yeah. Scott just bought one of our pups.
I did.
Yes.
And looking back at it, it was I had no chance.
No, you didn't.
No.
Once your daughter was carrying that thing around last time you were here.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let him down.
And your wife early on saying, one of your puppies, we got one of your puppies.
Yeah.
And
She played you for like a fiddle.
I got played.
Yeah.
So
Then the thing is, she got your wife on board with this.
She did. Oh,
Yeah. Once that happens, you're
and
done.
then once because
That's why I have 3 dogs, 2 cats, 23 chickens, and a rabbit.
yeah. Well, we're only gonna have one dog.
Well, you can have some chickens if you want.
I just want some eggs.
Yeah, we'll get you this. Well, it's still pretty cold out. They're not producing, but they should.
No, it's fine.
start pretty soon.
You'll
You'll get some eggs.
this spring. I'd like some eggs.
Oh yeah, we'll get you some eggs.
Yeah, I just
They're
had
good.
egg sandwich tonight.
Oh, yeah, nice,
Really, that's
nice.
how I live.
Yeah, we had fish sticks. That's yeah, right. We didn't go out
Fish
to eat.
sticks
We
with
had
tilapia.
It was So anyway, my wife, she makes this really good tilapia dish that you might actually like.
Tilapia. No.
That's how I used to feel, but this one is good. It's got like a Parmesan encrusted top on it. It's really good actually.
Get some walleye. Anyway, sorry.
So if we make that same recipe with walleye, you make
Better
more.
be kick ass. Yeah.
What if it was tilapia and we told you it was walleye? Would you know?
I would know.
I bet you.
could
Yeah,
tell.
you would.
I could tell.
I
Absolutely,
wouldn't.
100% I could tell.
Other than like lake perch, that's like the only fish I can identify.
Yeah,
I
that's
love,
easy.
I love lake perch.
Oh, who doesn't? They're wonderful.
My goodness.
Yes, agreed.
So
Tell me about this dessert dish because you were raving about
oh yeah, it was pretty good actually. It had like had blackberries on it and strawberries cut up, and there was like a waffle, but it was like a dessert waffle. She called it, not like a regular breakfast waffle. I don't know. It was thicker and had like some sugary quality to it, and then there was ice cream and then homemade whipped cream on top. It was good.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, it was. It was.
You
really
had that tonight?
good. I did. Yeah,
Let's kick ass.
it was. Yeah.
Holy cow. I got a couple egg sandwiches. Hey.
And those were sweatshop eggs. Those were
Hey,
the
I
farm
get my
fresh ones.
dessert later.
Oh yeah,
You're
tomorrow's
a-
date night for you. So yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes. Well, we don't get to do that often. So.
What? So is this going to take all night? You got the kids. The kids are gone all night.
I told them, I actually said, kids, let's not go see the puppy.
Yeah.
Let's put you in a bubble for the next 15 hours. Each of you.
Yeah.
Yes. So you all stay healthy so we can take you
Yes.
to our in-laws, brother-in-law and
Yeah, so
sister-in-law.
nobody comes down sick and blows that.
Yes,
place.
and blow it.
Blowing daddy time.
Yes, because with my wife working every weekend,
Yeah, that's tough.
we don't get to do stuff like this.
Right.
So in all seriousness, looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go see American Sniper.
Nice.
Yes. Going to go to dinner somewhere, and I want to go see a band somewhere.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
So there's a...
I don't even really know what's playing this time of year.
Well, my buddy's in a band called Highfield Road or something like that.
I never heard of them.
Kind of
I'm going to shut that door.
a country band.
Keep talking.
Yeah, kind of. Well, he texted me. And he had some really cool pictures done. I asked him, do you have a website or something I could check you out on? Because I want to see if you guys took some pictures in an abandoned building or something. Cool
Right.
That. And he laughed and he said, well, actually, yeah.
Wow.
And they're actually in a field on an old car or something. Everybody looking off into a different direction.
I gotta. Well, it's a cassette, but we burned it to a CD.
Highfield Drive.
Highfield Drive.
Yeah, it's like a country
Sure.
thing.
You remember Andy Butt, right?
Andy, yes.
Andy,
yes,
yes.
yes, I do.
One of my friends named Andy, and he was.
He's not impressed with me.
He's not. So, all right. So a lot of I'm kind of a storyteller. Well, what happened? Oh man, don't tell me I lost my audacity.
This isn't really being taped.
It's
is it?
being taped.
Oh boy. We didn't even talk about the old days.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, I know.
Holy
You're going to be a regular guest on this podcast. 'cause
Oh,
We
wow.
got so many stories.
Yeah, we got a
like
lot.
Joe Rogan's got his Ari Shafir friend that comes over, and they just. You should listen to some Joe Rogan podcasts. They're good.
I would. I
But
think
they're
I will.
they're 3 hours long, man. Oh. He did one the other day with Brian Regan. It was really funny. Brian Regan's a funny guy. Do you know who he is? Comedian. Yeah, he's got a lot of comedians on the show because he's a
comedian.
He's a comic.
Yes,
Yeah. So, and it's pretty funny stuff. It's a good podcast. So, what was I talking about?
I don't know. We were talking about.
Oh, Andy Butt.
Andy S.
So he was in a band.
Yes.
It was actually pretty good. He was a singer, right?
Yeah.
Well, one time they were playing at Sneakers. Remember Sneakers? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I do. So I remember Sneakers. Go there a lot.
Yeah, they were playing on a night that Ozzy was in town.
Okay.
So when they're playing, all of a sudden, late at night, in walks Zach Wilde, and he brought his guitar. Comes up on stage and just starts jamming with them.
Get out.
Yeah, how cool is that?
How does that even happen?
Well, if you're Zach Wilde,
Sneakers?
Yeah, if you're Zach Wilde, you can.
You're
do
going
it,
to Sneakers?
I guess somebody probably told.
It
me.
was a big bar back then.
It was huge. Well, that was the
It
old
was.
Billy's Old Mill. you know?
Yeah, it was a huge bar. I mean, you think about it, it was probably about the biggest bar in the city.
Yeah,
Right? I mean,
square
really.
footage wise, yeah, it was huge.
Easily. And it would get crowded.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Oh yes, it would. Mhm.
I mean,
oh yeah.
yeah, my man. So
You ever hear my Todd story there? You Todd the Rock and Roll Animal?
I'm trying to think if we ever had any good story. No good stories at Sneakers.
Todd? Well, okay. Todd used to date my wife before I did, right?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I remember it,
Okay.
yes.
So when Todd and Tracy broke up, they were in the relationship right as high school was ending, but before you turn 21, you can go really do anything. So it kind of got stale, and they were kind of hanging on. So when they finally,
How long did they date for?
like 3 years.
Holy cow.
Yeah, they were actually engaged. So
I didn't know that.
yeah,
And then here comes
here comes
good
my
friend Andy.
flowing-
Just swing right in. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a real chum.
What's Todd doing these days?
He's in Florida.
He is? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a real chum. Anyways, so
Wow.
Todd and I go out Sneakers right after him and Tracy break up, and this is so hilarious. He's like a kid in a candy store with all these women there. He's like, oh, look at these women, because he's been with Tracy for 3 years, and
Yeah, a girl.
So now he is just wide eyed and looking at all the tail, and he sees this girl from high school. Her name is Sally. He goes, oh, there's Sally. She owes me one. I'm gonna go lay a big kiss on her, right? I'm like, Okay.
lay a kiss on her.
Yes.
Okay.
So he, and you remember how big Sneakers was. So he
Huge.
makes his way across to where Sally was.
Yep.
It was a good distance away. And, I see him go over there and I can see him talking to her, this and that. And I see him move in for the kiss. And he gets the pullback.
Did he?
Oh.
Like the whoa.
Whoa, yeah. Like, whoa, hey, what do you think you're doing there, pal?
Yeah.
Get that thing away from me.
Whoa.
Yeah. So he gets the pullback. But
I don't know if I ever got the pullback.
But the thing is, he comes back to me and proceeds to tell me about this big kiss he laid. I didn't know never had the heart to tell him.
Yeah.
So Todd, if you're listening,
Did you ever get the pullback? I don't remember getting a pullback.
Did you see me back?
Well, yeah. I would expect not.
No, I may have. I don't know. I don't remember.
I remember, like going out with Armando, and that was his big
Armando
thing.
Brazzoni.
Yes, and he would try to bait a girl into kissing him on the cheek, because then he would be
do the quick turn.
Yes. He was terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the mild stuff with that cat. But
wow. His brother Ronaldo.
Yes.
Oh man, he makes me laugh. I still remember his answering machine. Oh, I called his house one time.
I know.
And you get the hi, you reached Renee and Ronaldo.
Oh my God.
The old dual person on the answering machine.
Very nice people.
Oh, super nice. But I just hung my head when I heard that.
Yeah. Armando, different than his brother Ronaldo.
Much different. I was shocked when I met Ronaldo.
Night and day.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, all very prim, proper,
Well,
soft-spoken guy.
A dog named Princess.
They have a dog named Princess. Yeah. Yes. And then Armando, big, burly.
Big barrel-chested dude. Big Italian.
Italian, loud, boisterous.
Does he have the gold chains?
He did.
Oh, yeah.
Not a lot of
Did
them.
he have the hair sticking up out of the shirt?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It just looked like one big pube roll. That's what it looked like.
Big treasure tail.
And I remember going to Canada with him,
Yeah.
fishing. And, so you go fishing and you're out there for hours and it's sunny.
Yeah.
And I just remember having to lotion him up.
No way.
Holy cow.
No way.
Oh, yeah. And I just remember,
I couldn't do it.
I remember there was a couple other friends of mine that went, and I just remember us going, dude, it's your turn. Because his back was as hairy as his front, and it's just it's like petting a baby elephant is what it felt like. Oh, yeah. You lather up one of your buddies, you just lather him up. Okay, here you go, pal. And you smack him. It's just like you touch Armando, and it's just, oh, my God. Otherwise, wow. You got to do it, or he's just going to fry.
Oh, yeah, you don't want that.
No, because then you're miserable, and you get sun poisoning, and it just sucks. But, oh, God, yeah. So, back in the day, Armando was quite the, he just was, like at Summerfest. I remember at Summerfest, Miller Oasis.
Yeah.
Now, Armando, he was a big dude. And my friends that I hung around with were all big guys. So they weren't afraid really of anybody. So they were always kind of loud and obnoxious. We weren't like dicks, but loud. Well, I guess you could call us a dick.
Sure.
So what Armando used to do is he'd take a beer and we'd go into the Miller Oasis or wherever, a crowded location at Summerfest.
Yeah.
And he'd all of a sudden start to put on like he was puking. Okay? He'd just start to put on like he was puking. And you've been to Miller Oasis, I'm sure, several times. Sure. And it's wall to wall. I mean, it's like literally you can't. I think that's where I met Andy S.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
Yes.
And
his name's actually Andy Butt. But
well, I'm sorry.
Yeah. He might be listening to this. Who knows?
Oh, he could be. I apologize, Andy. You're probably not impressed with me now like you weren't back then.
He'll never listen to that.
That's fine. Anyways, so this is how stupid we were. It'd be time to do the puke game. Okay? That's what we would do. So we would all get in a line behind Armando, and we'd see how fast we could get through the crowd. And what would happen is Armando would take a big swig of beer, swish it up in his mouth, and then he'd like bend, like we'd walk through a crowd, and like usually little Paul, Chicago Paul, would just walk him through.
Chicago Paul
would walk him through the crowd. He's sick, guys. He's sick, and he'd have to yell it. He's sick, and people would look, and all of a sudden he'd bend over, and he's a big dude.
Get a little fluid come out.
Oh, he would squeeze out through his mouth, and people would just
Parting of the Red Sea.
Parting of the Red Sea, and we would do this, and then we just sit there and laugh. So it would build as we're going through, where we would get people that would follow us to do this again.
Uh-huh.
And pretty soon, honest to God, we would have 50 people that were just following us just to watch us do this to another part of the crowd. And everybody be laughing. So you'd move 50 people, and you got 50 people pointing at them laughing because Armando's it just is squirting out. And that's how stupid we were. I don't even know why we're talking about that, to be honest.
Well,
we're talking about Armando. Yeah.
Yeah, but speaking of puking like that, my bachelor party.
Oh, God, my bachelor party.
Oh, yeah. Well, Malou, my friend Malou, he rented this big van. It had 6 bench seats in it or some kind of thing. We all went out.
Yes.
And we ended up at some strip joint.
No.
Well, anyways, I went in there and I was pretty, everybody's buying you shots or whatever near their bachelor. So I go in there and I'm like, where's Malou? I don't see him. Somebody's like, I think he stayed out in the van. He's, kind of tired. He's been drinking a lot. So I go out into the van. I'm going to rouse him up. I'm going to get him back in that bar, right? And I open that door and there he is, passed out on that bench seat. And I just look at him, and the first thing I thought is, damn, that looks comfortable. So I took the one next to him, mm-hmm. and I'm laying there and I'm kind of, pretty much starting to fall asleep.
Yeah.
But it must be about the bar time. I hear the door open and all the guys come out, and I still remember hearing Todd's voice. Oh, it's worse than we thought. And there's Malou. And we got in the car and we're driving, and somebody had called attention to Malou. They're like, mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, look at Malou back there. And as soon as everybody looked at him, all of a sudden his cheeks puff up, and it was like, get him out! Get him out! So log carrying him out. Yeah, so, and he's the one that said, because he rented the van, he's like, nobody pukes in his van tonight at the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the one that ended up doing it. So the next day he's hosing it out.
Was it all, we guys just, God, I have to admit that did I puke on my bachelor party? The first night.
Yeah, I didn't puke, but I was close.
The first night.
You had a 2-night bachelor party?
It was a 2-night bachelor party. It was.
Wow.
It was.
I couldn't handle it.
Was up north.
Especially not today.
There was a bunch. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm even talking about this stuff. I was good. I behaved myself. My father was there.
Oh, sure.
Bunch of friends, and we had started out at the Hart's Cabin, and I've never been a big drinker,
mm-hmm.
and I've always leaned toward, at that time of my life,
vodka lemonades.
Well, fruity stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you're a beer drinker. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Blue Moon.
With
Blue
peach.
Moon's nice.
With peach.
Dude, enough with the peach. There's no peach here. Okay. Anyways, so we're grilling out, and one of my favorite grilled foods, outside of your steaks and things, are grilled hot dogs.
Oh,
I love grilled hot dogs. I ate 5 or 6 of those suckers. Okay.
Nice.
And the shot that I wanted to slam down, if I was going to be doing shots, because I knew I was going to get hammered by these guys.
Fuzzy navel?
Well, almost as bad. I don't even know if I should say this.
What was it?
Grape pucker. For real. So everybody pucker up. Here you go. So I'm like, yeah, and I figured my strategy was I could do a ton of these. I could double the amount of shots, but then I could be saying, hey, I did a shot. I just did a shot. What are you talking about? Great pucker up. Here we go.
Weak.
It was. So anyways, we start out there, and I slam a bunch of food, and we're standing around, and my big buddies start getting in an argument about their waistlines. Like somebody said, yeah, my pants are Armando. It was Armando. Armando goes,
big boy.
Yeah, I wear 42s. And then my dearly departed friend Steve Lewicki, who died about 3-4 years ago.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did. He did. And Jeff Moss, another big dude, right?
He is, yeah.
Big man. Mm-hmm. They hear this and they just, you ain't no 42. You're full of shit. You ain't no 42. Yes, I am. And of course, he shows it, and his gut is, it's hanging, it's hanging over them. Like, how can you even button your pants? You know, it's got to just suck.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, we go out to a bar in Mauston called Night Faces.
Okay. Not familiar with it.
Not familiar with it? Okay. It's a horrible, I don't even know if it's there anymore. It's a horrible little strip bar. I to be honest, I'm not a big fan. It's like,
Of the joint?
Yeah, of strip clubs.
Yeah,
in general, they
I've
make
only
me
been to a few,
uncomfortable.
yeah.
They make me uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I'd
I don't
rather
want to
play poker.
Oh yeah, you
with my
feel
boys.
Like
I'd
a
rather
perv.
I'd rather watch a game.
There's some guys that are very comfortable there. I feel like a perv.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just feel uncomfortable. But of course, it's my bachelor party.
Sure.
And of course, my degenerate friends are gonna mess.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna mess me up. 5 minutes. Okay.
Oh, we got the 5-minute signal. All right.
Oh really? Okay. Thanks.
All right.
So, anyways, yeah, I got messed up.
Right.
Get called up on stage.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Lewicki whips out his big cop belt. Thing's about this thick.
Yeah.
I get it wrapped around my neck
Oh,
to
boy.
the pole.
Yeah.
I can't move.
Can't move.
I got my hands tied behind my back, and I got this 90-pound little crack whore little stripper all over me, and I'm like, just
being a spider monkey.
Just really, and then a couple others. So, anyways, I just don't get one song here. Oh no, Scott's got to get the bonus play.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so they get me out of the chair and they lay me down on the stage. And I remember being at the edge of the stage, leaning back, and all of a sudden my friends just start going crazy because a big bottle of lotion comes out. So they just fill up my pants, shorts with lotion. They took off my pants. I had my boxers, on the stage. Yeah.
Sure.
And that just gets filled up. You can imagine what they're doing in hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, the little crackhead, little 90-pounder starts dancing over my face. I don't even know if we should be talking about this.
That's okay.
Are you sure?
Oh, we're all adults
Yeah. Okay.
Well, how bad is this going to get?
Well, there's the female anatomy.
I do.
Yes,
I'm familiar.
There's that bone. Yes. So
Okay.
she moves up my body and she's over my face, and it's like she's stimulating like oral like type thing. Yeah. And I hear my friends, they're right here.
In your ears?
In my ears.
Yeah.
They're right here because I'm at the edge of the stage and I'm leaning back, and they're right here and they're screaming, "Break his fucking nose." And she's slamming that bone down on my face. This is not hot. This is horrible. And I can't do anything. And and Schmitty's got this high voice. He's just screaming, "Break his freaking nose." Effing nose.
Yeah,
break his effing nose. Break his effing nose. And I'm swearing she is, because it's just coming down. Boom. And my head is bouncing off the stage. Douche, 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 douche. Yeah, so.
Wow.
Back in the day, my man. Yeah. Haven't been to too many since. Thankfully.
I went to a bachelor party once with my friend Jeff, and it was actually at a restaurant out here. You know where the Danoon Saloon is? Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, it's on Lake Danoon.
On Lake Danoon on Racine.
Yeah, but yeah,
it was called Uncle Thirsty's at the time.
Okay.
Well, Jeff grew up in a farming family. His dad's a farmer, and so a lot of his friends are, Now, they had these two strippers.
Okay.
All right. And they start doing their shtick.
Yeah.
Now, the people that I was with...
they were hired strippers, yes.
So they're walking around. So...
You can get various levels of stuff with those, yeah.
And they're having fun with Jeff and his dad and his brothers and stuff. And, we're having a good time. Now, I was there with with Andy Butt and my friend Craig. Now, if you know Craig, you get this guy in a strip joint. He's one of these guys that just loves it, has fun. At my bachelor party, he's, they get the showcase dancer coming out.
Yep.
And she's doing her little dance before she starts begging for her money, right?
Yep.
And
I know. He's the begging thing.
Yeah. He's rolling up dollar bills and just throwing them at her, one after another, before she's even looking for money.
Why?
And we're like, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Why? You're going to see who gets the attention." Yeah, sure enough, that chick's all over him because he's feeding her money, right? So he loves this kind of stuff. So at this bachelor party that I'm at, these girls, they take Roger, the guy's dad, who's a farmer, right? They take off his cowboy boots and they start sucking on this guy's toes.
Oh,
Yes. So when they start coming around, and Andy even goes, I don't even know if some of the stuff's legal. So when they come around and they get to Craig, the guy throwing the money, right?
Yes.
He pulls out a $5. He gives it to him and says, "Don't touch me."
Love it.
Yeah, that was classic. But at that one, it was hilarious. They had Jeff up on the stage, The Bachelor.
Yeah.
And they start, taking off his shirt and whatnot. They got him in the chair, and then, they're taking off his pants and whatnot. And they're trying to go further. And he's fighting her, fighting the girls, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, his brother and 2 friends just come and tackle him, and they're on him. All of a sudden, you hear this big, and one guy's got the underwear in his hands.
Oh,
right?
I love it. Yep.
Yeah, so he's got to do the walk of shame, totally nude, across the stage back to where his pants are. So, gift opening.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Gift opening in front of the bride and the bride's grandma stuff. They open up this box and find these ripped underwear. Like, what is this?
Wow.
And Jeff just goes, "Fun was had by all." That's all he says. Whenever he talks about his bachelor party, he says, "Fun was had by all."
That's. I finally remember it. It was fun.
Yeah.
I didn't like the abuse that I took.
Oh yeah.
It was abusive, but there was a lot of fun stories that resulted. Like the next day, I got back. I didn't even tell you how I ended up. We went to it's called a what was it called? Not the Boiled Frog. There's some bar up there that's pretty. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, I get in there. I'm feeling sick. Go into the bathroom thinking I'm going to puke. I don't make it quite to the toilet, and I throw up all over my shirt. Grape pucker, and hot dog. Yeah. So you remember Brett Favre, right?
Mm-hmm. Soon to be inducted in the Packer Hall of Fame.
Yes. So at that night I had my favorite T-shirt on, which was, do you remember the Farvenugen, the Volkswagen?
Yeah, sure.
And it was Favre Can Do It.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, Favre Can Do It.
Very, very clever.
It became the Favre Can Puke It.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it was, because that was the infamous shirt.
Wow.
And I had nothing else. I took off my shirt in the bar, and I'm sitting there shirtless because it's all wet because I was rinsing it out.
Sure.
And it's terrible. And I was told, put your shirt back on. And
put that puke shirt back on.
Put that shirt back on. I'm like, okay. And it's just a wet, clingy. You see the purple outline.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Good times.
Yes.
Yeah, one other thing that happened at my bachelor party too. It was, I got married in May, and it was, like a week or so before that. It was so mid-May, and it was nice out, nice day. Mm-hmm. I wore, a shirt and shorts, and they were white shorts. Okay.
Oh yes, back in the day we used to wear white shorts. Yes, I had white shorts myself.
Yeah, and first thing the stripper does, she gives me a kiss with her red lipstick.
Oh, shouldn't have done that.
Right on my crotch, Oh, my
God.
So the next day, Tracy's looking at these shorts. She's like, "You better give me that stripper's name. If this lipstick doesn't come out, she's buying you new shorts." Luckily, it came out.
Yeah, good thing. Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Just calm down. It's a pair of shorts.
It's a pair of shorts, and
how embarrassing would that have been?
Yeah.
Do you remember me? You put your lips on my wiener.
You weren't calling her.
No, there's no way.
A million years. Not a chance.
God.
Yeah, I remember. God, there's so many stupid little stories. A quick funny one. The next day we're at a bar in the Dells called Brother-in-Law's, and there's honestly probably 20 people.
Okay.
25 people. And there was my buddies were egging on a girl to get up onto the bar, because there was blood in the water. They smelt it. She was ripe for it, and they wanted her to take clothes off.
Oh, yeah.
All that kind of stuff. So she gets up there. She starts to take some stuff off. But I don't,
Yeah.
don't know how far she would have gone because she did like you saw Madonna fall off.
Oh yeah.
She did like a Madonna.
Oh no.
Back into the bar,
Yeah.
and like thankfully she did not get really hurt, but that was kind of crazy.
That kind of ended that mood, didn't it?
Yeah, that kind of did. And then there was my friend Randy Mogermoser who just puked on a guy.
Nice.
Oh yeah,
How's this coming about?
He was like, so we're doing Vanilla Cuddy. Remember Vanilla Cuddy? It's still out there.
Yeah, I think I do actually.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I was wore out from the night before. You know, I'm like, okay, let's do another shot. You know, all right, fine. How about Vanilla Cuddy? It's mild. You know, it's easy. It's smooth. I don't want to be doing Wild Turkey all night. It's terrible. You know, okay. I'm already sick. I was sick last night. So, anyways, guy named Randy. We do. It was like a little pot of us. We do one. Do the shooter of Vanilla Cuddy, and he did not like that. So all of a sudden, he puts his hand up like this to his mouth, and you see the cheeks start to flex.
Yeah.
And my father and my father-in-law were there as well. They're in the bar. They're standing there, and across from them is the Ho Chunk Nation is nearby. So there's a obvious Indian individual, Indian, okay, that's standing there by himself, just drinking alone, just standing there. And Randy comes up quickly, stops, and he pukes. And he pukes all over this guy's arm and legs. And my dad to this day still thinks that's the funniest shit he's ever seen in his life.
Gerald?
He can't even tell the story because it was just in front, like I said, it was in front of my dad and my father-in-law. And so he lost it right there. The guy, Randy, ran off to the bathroom, and the guy just kind of stood there and didn't know what happened.
I think we're getting a 10-second signal here.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I guess we got
the wives are sending the messengers down. Tell us we're done.
Yes.
We're done with this podcast. So
this really was a podcast.
Well, it will be once I put it together.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
I don't know.
Oh, you're gonna have some fans.
Fans of what?
Fans of your immaturity.
I do have a high level.
My subscriber list is gonna go up.
High level of immaturity.
Oh, that's all.
That's okay. I'm okay with it. I embrace it.
Yeah, me
I
too.
really do.
Yeah,
everybody's coming in here. Brett, don't touch that. What? Is it?
It's time to go, said the girl.
Then.
All right.
Okay then.
I did not invent this. I bought this.
Yes, you put it together.
If I invented this, I wouldn't be doing this. I'd be living on the beach.
Would you? You wouldn't live here? Lovely Vernon?
Maybe in the summer.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Look at your backyard.
It's beautiful.
It is. It's awesome.
But I'm not a big fan of snow. Hate snow.
There's not much snow though.
There's not this year.
Hey, how much is coming tonight or tomorrow night? I heard there's snow coming.
Tomorrow night.
Hold on. You want me to turn it on for you?
Oh, you want
to? All right, go ahead.
Turn it off.
Oh, hey, Brett's gonna join us.
No, hey, Brett's gonna join.
Yeah, Brett's in the house.
Yeah, Brett's in the house.
All right, you're on up, Brett. You want to hear yourself?
You want to hear yourself?
Okay, go ahead and talk.
No, turn it on.
No, it's on.
Yeah, talk in here.
Hello, Dad.
Hey, little buddy.
Hi, Dad.
Okay, all right. Get out of here.
No, thank you.
All right.
Take
You're off.
Yeah, you're off.
Now,
go tell
we're
Mommy we'll be
we're getting
right
snow
up.
tomorrow?
Snow tomorrow night. Right here.
Okay, Mom.
That's what I hear.
Time to go.
Okay,
All right.
I'm coming.
We're shutting her down.
Yeah.
This is Zeebzob and Bart Hart 1.
Wow.
Mr. Scott Bartnik. signing
Yeah,
off.
I didn't even know. I thought we were just going to talk. I like to just sit here and just chat. I thought it was cool.
Well, this is interesting stuff. People are going to love it. How much can I talk about Pinewood Derby?
Yeah, we didn't talk about Pinewood. Well, you mentioned the word Pinewood.
Yeah,
Pinewood.
Well, Pinewood Drive is where my in-laws' cabins are.
Yes.
And I mentioned going to the Nationals last year.
You did.
I did. So
And I mentioned that I'm looking forward to your updates.
yes.
Yes.
So
we're back.
And we're back. So
And
mentioned that QuickTime is going to be talked into doing.
You're going to talk him into doing it?
Yes,
Okay.
he's the fastest one out there I know. So.
Is he?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the man.
He is the man.
Okay. Is he from this area? Or?
He's from St. George, Utah.
Oh, yeah. There's that Utah faction.
The Utah faction,
that
yes.
I've learned,
You had
yes.
Utah, you've got QuickTime.
Yes.
You've got Derby Dad for Hire.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Kinzer. You've got Too Fast for You, Glenn Jukes.
Got it.
You've got
Any relation to the sprint car Kinzers?
No, there's not actually, but wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool.
But he's fast
I remember Kinzers.
Yeah, Steve Kinzer and
Mark.
Mark's Kinzer. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Love those races.
Yeah, so sprint cars are awesome.
We need to go. Do they still have those out in
Beaver Dam?
Not Beaver Dam, but the minis. What are those?
The midgets?
Midgets. Do they still have the midgets in east of Madison.
Oh,
Sunday
yeah.
nights? Brett, get out of here. Stop. Knock it off. I'm going to knock you out.
We're finally talking racing.
I'm going to chuck you down the stairs. Get out of here.
Chris Kinzer is not related to Steve Kinzer, as far as I know. I don't think he is. Although once for his avatar, he did have a picture of Steve Kinzer. Yeah.
Did he? Okay.
There it is.
Okay. Oh, there's
the hammer. The hammer's coming down.
Mrs. Bartnik.
Yes. Hello.
Nice. Okay.
All right.
Okay. In a minute, we're on the air here, honey. Okay. All right. Hey, this was fun.
All right. Cool.
All right.
All right. Thanks,
we'll
guys.
be talking.
Yep.